Hello, Paul here from EMD. This is the Porsche Macan 2-liter turbo that we've done the water pump. Let's have a look inside here. There's your brand new water pump. Bit of a pain to get to, no room whatsoever. That's a brand new one. So after we do that, we have to actually mix the coolant to make sure it's sitting at minus 37 to minus 46 degrees, around there. And once you get it right, and then we have to use a vacuum tool. What this tool does is suck the air out from the inside and use vacuum to force the coolant in to minimize having air in the cooling system. That's the whole idea. So it's all empty now. So now we're gonna just turn that one on, this one here, and you watch the gauge will go up to minus 0.8 in yellow. When that comes up to that there, then you close this and close that. So we close it, and then what we're doing now, we're just looking at that, make sure there's no, if that needle moves down, that means there's a leak somewhere. And you look at the hoses, all crimped because all the air has been sucked out. See that? You can see it here. That's crimped. That one there's crimped. That's good news. If you look here, still holding vacuum. There's no leak. If there's a leak, that needle will move. That needle will move that way. It will never hold vacuum. We'll just sit there and it will just fall down again. So now we're ready to actually put this in. So what we do now is disconnect this part here. We don't need that. And all we do now is that's closed. Is open that. Make sure this is inside there at the bottom. I can see at the bottom. And all we're gonna do now is open that valve, and you see the coolant rushes in. See that? There you go. And this is the best way to actually fill up your cooling system on the car, because what it does, it takes all the air out from the system. So it basically 98% all the air will be out. Only a little bit of air inside there, but once you start the car, it will come out and go back to the top and evaporate. All right, it will come out and go to the top here, and then once you also open up the actual cap, it will just go and then pretty much it's all done. Okay, once we finish filling it up to the top here, then we have to put a pressure tester in here and pressure test the system. What we do is we remove this and put a different fitting, take the blue line out, put a different fitting in there, and we'll pressure test it to about 20 psi and watch the needle to make sure it's holding pressure. What that does is actually, while the pressure tester is on 20 psi, we have to look at all the coolant hoses that we remove down here. Anywhere, any coolant hoses that we touched, remove out from the system. Here, 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 down there. We're gonna check all that to make sure there's no coolant leak before we start the car up. Okay, if everything's fine, then we're just gonna put the actual photo body back on, and then we'll go from there. Okay, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.